Hey everyone, welcome to First Mondays. I am so excited about this webinar series that I'm hosting. Every first Monday, the beginning of the month, I'm going to be hosting these webinars to make sure that we're all on track and make sure that we're getting ready for the new year and that everything's, going well. If you can hear me, type in the chat box, send me a message, let me know that you can hear me. Awesome. Awesome. Hi. Hey, Alex. Can you hear me okay? Hi, Danny. Welcome to your first blab. Excellent. Everybody can hear me. So once again, if you would like to download the worksheet, head on over to this link, climboutofthecubicle.com/First Mondays, and you can get it. The worksheet looks like this. You'll sign up and then confirm that you want to receive it, and then it'll get emailed to you all magically and whatnot. Okay, so I want to go ahead and get started because I really like timeliness. So I just want to, again, welcome everyone. If you have any questions at any time during this webinar about anything that I'm saying, then you can go ahead and type it in the chat box, but do a / and the letter Q, and then it'll pop up in my question box. So if you have a question, type it into the chat box, but with the preface of / Q to let me know that it's an actual question. And if you would be so nice as to move your mouse over to the top left-hand corner of your screen and click the little button that says, tell a little birdie or something like that, tell a bird something, and then it'll go out on your Twitter. So that's awesome. Okay, so why are we here? What is the purpose of this webinar? Oh my God, it's so hot in here. I'm in Thailand right now, and in this room, so hot. I'm gonna turn the air conditioner on a little bit more. Okay, so why are we here? What are we doing? I am a sucker for the new year. I love New Year's. I love new goals. I love planning everything. I love making new calendars. This is my area. This is exactly where I thrive. So I wanted to show you exactly how I plan my whole year and exactly how I get ready to start a new week and start a new month, because I fully believe that being prepared and being ready sets you up for success. I would like to think that I am a semi-productive person and I get a lot done in a short period of time, and that's only because I plan out everything. I plan out everything I do, everywhere I go, everything. And I know it's a little crazy, but it really helps me get a lot done in a shorter period of time. And I don't know about you, but the last thing that I want to do is work really hard. I would much rather be out in the world exploring and doing things. So if I can spend the least amount of time doing the things that I have to do, then that is how I want to manage my day. So like I said, I'm a sucker for a new year, love goals, love planning things. And when a new year comes, I like to reflect back on what I've done and what I want to change and what I want to make different. And for me, I feel like there's a lot of emotion that comes with this. I'm really excited for the new year, but I'm also, kind of disappointed on things that I didn't get done last year, or I'm nervous for what the year is going to bring, or I'm anxious or excited or whatever. But I want to be prepared for what I'm doing, and I want to know what's coming next. So that's why I'm here. If you would go ahead and type in the comments what you're thinking about this year, what the year holds for you. Are you excited? Are you anxious? Are you nervous? Are you motivated? Go ahead and type in the comments and let me know how you're feeling about all of this. Because I think that New Year's can be a little tricky for people. Some people, like me, love the new year. They thrive on it. They wish it was always the new year. And other people feel like, no, New Year's are stupid. It's just another day. resolutions don't work anyways. Why set them? I totally get that. But I just want to know how everyone's feeling. Jackie says, equally excited and nervous. Miss Walton says, beyond excited. I love that. So many streams of income coming your way. I love that. If you want to create additional streams of income, I highly suggest tapping into the digital nomad world, which is the world that I have just discovered and trying to embrace myself. So lots of ways to make money that are not in a traditional workplace and a traditional setting, and then you can use the strategies that I'm about to show you to make sure that you don't have to work very much. So that's really great. Oh, Alex is motivated and anxious. Love that, love that. So again, I want to remind you about the workbook. If you head over to climbOutofthecubicle.com/First Mondays, you'll be able to download the workbook from here. This workbook, I think it's about 11 pages. It looks like this. How long? Apparently I didn't put page numbers on it. Yeah, I would say 10-ish pages or so, I guess. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so there are 4 main focuses for the day. The first thing we're going to do is identify what your specific focus is, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do that. And then we're going to create a realistic plan that fits in with your normal life. I think it's so crazy when people are like, oh, I'm going to make this amazing plan, but it goes against everything that's my personality and everything that I know to be true. Like, no, we're going to make a plan that actually fits in with who you are and what you actually want out of life. Then I'm going to show you some strategies for actually building out your calendar. And I'm going to show you a couple of the tools that I personally use to stay uber organized and to make sure that I always, always, always know what's coming next. So that is our focus for this evening. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to type them into the chat box with the preface of /Q, and then it'll pop up in my question box. Okay, so let me introduce myself a little bit. My name is Amber, and I'm the owner of Climb Out of the Cubicle. At Climb Out of the Cubicle, I help people find their purpose and their life outside of their job. And I do that in a couple of ways. I create a lot of free products and resources for you, like this webinar, weekly blog posts, videos, and I'm starting a podcast soon. I have a couple of paid products, but my main focus is giving all of my knowledge and information out for free. In November 6th, actually, I quit my job with the United States government and, sold everything I owned and moved to the other side of the world. And right now I'm in Thailand. I'm in northern Thailand in this little town called Chiang Mai. I'm staying here for about another week. By the time I leave, I'll have been here 2 months. And after I leave here, I'm taking a mini vacation to Hong Kong because it's so expensive. I can only stay about 4 days. And then after Hong Kong, I am moving to Cambodia, to Siem Reap, where Angkor Wat is. I don't know how long I'll be in Cambodia. I was planning on 2 months, but everyone's telling me that that's way too long. So maybe I'll just do 4 or 6 weeks, but we'll just see what happens with that. Now that I've embraced this digital nomad life, time is kind of on my side. And if I don't know, if I want to stay longer, then I will. And if I feel like this place is terrible, then I'll leave. So time's kind of on my side to be able to do that, which is pretty exciting. This webinar series that I'm hosting I'm calling First Mondays. So hashtag First Mondays. First Mondays is exactly what it says, the first Monday of every month, where I show you a free training opportunity to get you motivated and ready to start your month and to make sure that everything's going well. I feel like sometimes when people create goals or resolutions or whatever you want to call them, it's really easy to get excited in the beginning, and then those taper off and fade as your life goes back to normalcy. And I totally get that. That happens to me too. But I think that if you have a little bit of accountability and someone to check in with every month, then it'll help you stay on track. So this webinar series that I'm calling First Mondays is a way to reevaluate at the beginning of every month to make sure that you're on track and make sure that your goals are exactly what you want them to be. Because maybe your goals change, maybe your life changes, and that's perfectly fine. But now we just need to make sure that we're on the right track for accomplishing everything that we want to do and getting to where we want to be, so that at the end of the year, we're not frustrated or disappointed in ourselves when things didn't go well. So, like I said, I fully believe in all of this. I'm a sucker for a new year. I love being organized. I love staying motivated. I like knowing what's coming next, and I fully believe that writing down your goals and telling a friend will absolutely help you execute. One of my very best friends is on this webinar right now. Her name is Miss Walton. Hi. She and I met on Twitter maybe about, I don't know, a year and a half ago, I guess. Seriously, we met on Twitter, and ever since then, we started talking daily, and it just happened. It feels very organic. It started with just some tweets, and then it went on to some texts, and then it went to email, and now we email all day, every day. And we really help each other stay accountable to our goals and to check in with each other if we're feeling unmotivated or we just need an extra boost, and when we need a sounding board. So it's really great that we have each other, but I wanted to create a larger forum so that you have the opportunity to write down your goals, make sure that everything is going forward, and then reevaluate in a month, because life changes, things happen, and who knows what February, I don't know, whatever the first Monday is in February 3rd or something, who knows what that's going to look like. But if you have the opportunity to reassess your life and reassess what you actually want, then I think it'll help all of us be way more accountable to all of our goals. So that's exactly why we're here. And it's so important to do this right now because it's a new year. The holidays are over. I bet so many people went back to work today, and the grind is coming back in. Everything that was normal before the new year and before the holidays is happening again. And it's very easy to fall into the trap of, well, I forgot, or, you know, my resolutions fell to the side, or I actually don't want to lose weight, or whatever it is. Things happen, things change, but this is now an opportunity and a forum so that we can all be together and make sure that things are going according to plan. So that's a little bit about me. That's a little bit about why I'm here and what I believe in and what I'm doing. So let's get started a little bit. Again, the website for the workbook is right here, climboutofthecubicle.com/First Mondays. This is what it looks like. I don't know if you can tell, but like I said, I'm in Thailand, and paper is really long here in Thailand. I don't really know what that's all about, but it doesn't exactly fit into my folder. So let's open the workbook to this page. I think it's page number 4. Figure out your focus. And let's look at this for a second. How's everybody doing? Does everybody still hear me? Everybody's okay? Everything's fine? Okay, take a drink of water if you need to. Hydration is important. Okay, figuring out your focus. I believe this is a two-parter here. The first thing is to create a theme for the whole year. And the second is to adjust your calendar based on the theme. So when I say theme, I mean a guiding light post to lead your whole year. I'm not saying a specific resolution. I'm saying a general theme based on what's happening in your life in this very moment. Let me give you some examples. In 2014, my theme was finding my own way. Finding my own way. That was my theme in 2014. This was my theme because I just gotten out of a long-term relationship, and I was literally finding my own way. Moved into a new apartment, moved to a new city, new neighborhood, literally finding my own way. And then on a professional level, I had just started Climb Out of the Cubicle. And at that time, I had no idea what it was like to run a business at all. No idea. So I was trying to figure out my life on a personal level, recovering from this breakup, but also trying to create a new professional path for myself. So finding my own way was a very appropriate theme. Once I had that theme established, then I could create specific goals around how I was going to find my own path in life. So moving forward to 2015, my theme was movement. Movement. That was my theme in 2015. Why? Movement was my theme in 2015 because I had big goals in 2015. I started a YouTube channel. I was being really consistent with the content that I was producing for Climb Out of the Cubicle. I was figuring out some professional development opportunities like masterminds and trainings and conferences and workshops. All of that was happening so that I could move my business forward. On a personal level, movement was really relevant for me because I was literally planning to move to the other side of the world. And that's what I did in November. So in November, I quit my stable, reliable, good job, sold all of my worldly possessions, and got on an airplane with a backpack and a carry-on and moved to the other side of the world to work and live in this type of environment. So movement was really important to me on a personal level as well as on a professional level. Once I had the theme of movement established, then I could create goals that really fit with my overall theme for the year. So for 2016, my new theme, are you ready? Are you ready for my theme? This is the first unveiling of it. I haven't even written a blog post on it yet. For 2016, my word of the year, Alex, are you excited? Growth. Growth. I know it's simple. I know what you're thinking. Well, that's a really simple word, Amber. Geez, can't you be more creative? No, I can't be more creative. What I can be is realistic and logical and purposeful. That's what I can be. Growth is where I want to be in all levels of my life in 2016. On a personal level, there's so much I want to do. I want 10 new stamps in my passport. I want to create a gratitude practice. I want to be calmer. I don't know if that's possible with the traffic in Thailand, but I'm working on it. Calmness is definitely big for me. I may start a meditation practice. We all know that I'm a night owl, and all the meditation people make you get up early, so I'm not really sure how that's going to work. But on a personal level, growth is really, really important. On a professional level, growth is really important because there is so much that I want to do professionally. I want to scale my business in a much grander way than I ever could before. I want more people to know about me. I want more people to trust me. I want to talk to more people and the authorities in my industry who are going to coach me and lead me and show me the way to do things. For example, I am starting a podcast in the very near future, very exciting. And to prepare for that, I'm doing tons of interviews, honing those skills, meeting some really great people, talking to tons of people. This is the way that I can grow my business in a way that is maybe untraditional, but will help me scale in ways that I haven't been able to before. So what else do I want to do? Yes. So I also want to create tons more free content for you. So obviously I run a business. Obviously I need money to make all of this work, but I only want a few products. Everything else I want to give away for free. Why? Because I think it's the right thing to do. And I really like creating content and doing all of this. And it's much easier for me to just give it away as I create it than it is to like create this whole package and program out of it. And maybe I'm just lazy, but I think that is that's the right thing to do for me. So that's the road that I'm choosing to go down. The last thing that I want to do on a growth level is to be what I'm calling a citizen of the world. And as someone who has left where she grew up, the country where she grew up, to move and embrace a completely different world and a completely different culture, I really want to be a dutiful and respectful citizen of the world. And that means I want to learn about new customs and traditions, and I want to embrace all that's around me, and I want to try all of the food, and I want to be part of all of the festivals and just really embrace what's happening around me. So that is a really important part of 2016 for me, is being a global citizen of the world and trying to be part of things that the rest of the world is doing and not live in the little bubble that I used to be living in. So growth is the word that I'm choosing for this year to kind of base my whole year around. And now that I have this grand theme for the year, it's going to be much easier for me to set goals because I know exactly what I'm trying to get out of it. Does that make sense to everyone? Does anyone have any questions about how I came to that, or why I chose this word, or anything like that? Or if you have already chosen your theme for the year, type it in the comment box because I want to hear all about it. I'm gonna have some water. Figure out where I am in my script. Excellent. Ooh, Miss Walton, her word for the year is self. I think I just read your blog post on that. It's very exciting. Self. If I remember correctly, you said you want your word to be self because you're trying to grow in lots of self ways. Self-confidence, I don't even remember now. I really did read your blog post though. I really did. I'm pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure I read your blog post. Yes, self-awareness. Yeah, see, I read. I have Feedly. Okay, so now that I have my theme for the year, then I want to create goals around them. And goal setting is everywhere. If you just Google goal setting, you'll be able to find it. But it's very easy to set goals. It's very easy to create some ideas for yourself on ways that you want to grow and change, and then just write down a goal all about it. Very simple, very simple. But I'm going to ask you to do something a little bit different and a little bit more in depth, but it's going to make your goals a little bit more reasonable. So we have moved on in the workbook to the next page. I'm obviously not going to read to you because you're, an adult. You can read all by yourself. But we've moved on. This is the page in the workbook where we're on right now. It says second at the top of the page. This is where we are in the workbook. I believe it's page 5. Sorry, I forgot to number them. So goal setting is very easy. Basically, you think of an idea, you write it down, and that's it. And then there's this method called the SMART goals. SMART goals are all the rage right now, especially with the new year. SMART is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, time-bound. So specific would mean, am I being really clear on what the goal is? Measurable is, can I actually see a difference once the goal is complete? Attainable is, can you actually do it? Realistic would mean that it's actually relevant for your life, that it actually matters to you. And time-bound means that it's within a specific time frame. So this is really great and all, but this process basically teaches you how to write a sentence. And I'm an English major. I love sentences, but writing a great sentence does nothing at all for you. It does absolutely nothing. You can write a great sentence all day long, and that's great, but if there's no purpose behind it, and if there's no meaning, and it doesn't actually matter in your life, You can write sentences all day long, friend. It's not going to matter at all. So I want to add an extra step to the SMART goal process. And unfortunately, I couldn't create a better acronym from it. So we're just going to stick with the SMART goal acronym and then just add on this extra piece, which is adding a little bit of purpose to the goal. So I want to look at a couple of examples, and I have the examples written in your workbook if you want to follow along. Otherwise, I'll just talk to you. So I think a very common goal is money. I love money. I love saving money. I love spending money. I love looking at my money. Check my bank account like 20 times a day. I love money. So I think a very common goal is I want to save $1,000 by March 1st. And that sentence, I want to save $1,000 by March 1st, absolutely fits in with the SMART goal, the SMART concept. Specific, measurable, time-bound, attainable, realistic, absolutely fits in. I want to save $1,000 by March 1st. That's really great that you want to save $1,000, that you want to achieve any goal, but why? But what does that have to do with anything? Like, who cares if you save $1,000? Who cares if you lose 10 pounds? Who cares if you do anything? Like, why does it actually matter? So once you create your really great sentence using the SMART goal method, I want you to think about some purpose behind it. So maybe the purpose could be, I want to save $1,000 by March 1st so that I feel more financially secure, more responsible, feel like I'm contributing to my family, feel whatever. You know, there needs to be purpose behind all of it, or this really great sentence that you wrote doesn't actually matter. The second example that I have is by February 15th, I will have a 6-page website set up for my new business as a virtual assistant. This is great. It's an excellent sentence. Follows all of the parameters of the SMART goal system, but doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You can set up a website like tonight if you want to. It takes like 20 minutes. I might have a course on that for you if you're really interested. It doesn't actually matter if there's no real purpose behind it. So I'm asking you to think about these SMART goals and then add purpose. So to make that goal about setting up a website a little bit more meaningful, I've added some things. By February 15th, I will set up a 6-page website for my new business as a virtual assistant so that I can look and feel more legitimate as potential clients seek me out. Do you see the difference there? Do you see why the meaning is so important? Anybody can set up a website. Anybody can start a business. It seriously takes like 20 minutes and $200 to start a business in your state. But why? Why do you need to do that? What is the real meaning behind all of it? If you want to set up a website for your business, great. Set up a website. But if you want to set up a professional website, if you want to feel confident in your piece of real estate online, if you want potential clients to look at you and have faith in you, that's totally different. Writing a great sentence means nothing without purpose behind it. Does all of that make sense? Writing a great sentence means nothing without purpose behind it. I feel like that's a tweetable. I just made that up right now too. Feel free to tweet that out. So in the workbook, we've moved on to this page. And I made some spaces for you to practice this. Writing a great sentence means nothing. You have to have purpose. You have to have purpose behind all of it. I don't really care that you want to save money. I definitely don't care if you want to lose weight. There better be meaning. It better have purpose. Or you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it because it doesn't actually matter. have purpose behind everything that you do, and I promise you that it will absolutely go different. There's been a few newbies that have come in. Welcome to my first Monday's webinar. If you want the workbook that I'm talking about, it's on this website, climboutofthecubicle.com/first Mondays. climboutofthecubicle.com/first Mondays. Thank you, Alex. I know you're on Twitter. Feel free to tweet that out. Okay, let's move on a little bit. Where are we? Purpose. Okay, let's flip the page. This page I made as an example of some baby steps. Now, when you create your goal, you've written an excellent sentence, and then you added purpose behind it. Now you have to actually take action. I know. You got to get off your butt, turn off Netflix, start doing something. You got to start doing something. So you have to create some baby steps. Baby steps. You're not going to be able to save $1,000 tomorrow. You're not going to be able to lose 10 pounds tomorrow. You could create a website by tomorrow. It's not going to be pretty. Things take time. Everything takes time, and there have to be baby steps along the way. So there have to be little ways that you can feel really good about the steps that you're taking when you go to achieve your goal. There have to be. I'm sure of it. Why? Because this works, and it works for me, and this is exactly what I do, and it's exactly why I'm so productive almost all the time. So, some baby steps. Going back to the goal of I want to save 1,000. Hi, Tracy. Welcome. Going back to the goal of I want to save $1,000 by March 1st so that I feel more financially secure, so that I am contributing to my family, so that whatever. There have to be little baby steps along the way. And like I said before, I love money, so I think a lot about it. And I have lots of baby step ideas for how to save some money. Take inventory of where you spend your money. Take inventory of where you spend your money in places that you don't need. Do you really need cable and Netflix and Hulu? Do you? Maybe. Maybe not. Excuse me. Then I want you to take inventory of the places that you spend money that you really like. What if you love Starbucks? What if Starbucks is the only escape that you have at 2 p.m. to leave your terrible job and get some sunshine? Then don't stop going to Starbucks. Don't. If that's your one escape, if that makes you feel really good about your day, then don't stop doing it just because people say stop drinking coffee. I feel like that's crap. If what you are doing really brings you happiness and you love it, then don't stop doing it. Don't stop doing it. For example, and my friend Danny might be on here. He can totally attest to this if he's still here. Danny and I used to work together in the government, and it was a kind of a dreadful place. And we had really great coworkers, and everything was fine in that regard, but the work itself, in my opinion, was not amazing. So the only thing that got me through the day was lunch. Lunch. I love lunch. I love going to lunch. I love leaving the office. I love eating out. I love lunch. It is not the best financial decision to eat lunch out every single day. It's not. Let's be very clear. Not the best financial decision. But going out to lunch every day made me happy. It made me happy. It was the only time I saw sunshine. I literally worked in a cubicle. If I wanted to see outside, I had to physically walk into somebody else's office and say, hi, can I look out your window and see if it's raining? So going to lunch was the best thing that I could do for my morale. If going to Starbucks is the best thing that you can do for you, don't stop going. Don't do the one thing that brings you pleasure. Don't give that up. Don't. If it makes you happy and you need it to get through the day, like seriously need it, like not just that you need caffeine, we all need caffeine. If you need to go to Starbucks, go. Don't give it up. Don't give it up. But there are other places, perhaps, that you could save money. If you eat lunch at the cafeteria every day and it's terrible food, bring peanut butter and jelly from home and then walk to the cafeteria and still socialize with your friends. There are things that you can do to still make you happy, still keep you fed, and make sure that you're saving money. Does that all make sense? There are ways that you can take baby steps to achieve your goal without necessarily giving up everything that you love in your life. There are ways to achieve your goal without giving up everything that you love in your life. I promise. Does that make sense? There are ways to save money and go to Starbucks. I feel like that's a tweetable too. Okay, excellent, good. So the second goal example, setting up a website. Maybe you want to start a new business, you want to be a virtual assistant, you want to set up a website, it just needs a few pages and you want to set it up by February 15th. Great. Why? You want to have this website so that you look and feel more relevant to potential clients. Excellent. You made your SMART goal, you put purpose behind it. Excellent. What are some baby steps that you can take along the way? You can educate yourself about what WordPress websites actually are and what they look like. You can educate yourself about your colleagues, the people who are already virtual assistants. What are they thinking? What are they doing with their websites? What's working? Do some research. It's very easy. Ask a friend to look at your website. Do you have typos? Did you miss a verb? Whatever. Have a friend look at it. That's something very small that you can do once you did the website DIY to make sure that you're on the right track. Excuse me. Then you could create a system to bring in new clients. You could create a whole in-processing system through your website. You can create packages and services through your website for the new client so that when they come to your website, they think that you're totally legit. You can absolutely do that. You can find an attorney or figure out a way to create some contract templates so that when someone says, yes, you're the person, I want to hire you, you're ready. You're ready with a contract. You've got your in-processing down. You're ready with the contract. You're ready to move forward. Or, and this is something slightly different, you could hire a coach or a mentor to help you along the way. Maybe you're having some fear. Maybe you're worried. Maybe you feel like you don't know what to do. Hire someone to help you. Hire someone to help you. If you spend all weekend building this website and you still don't feel like it's enough, pay someone. Pay someone to redo your website. That's it. There are baby steps that you can take to make sure that you're achieving your goal. Your original goal was I want to set up a website by March 5th or by February 15th. Great. Now create baby steps along the way. Who has questions? Who has questions for me about any of this? About creating your theme, about creating your goals, about SMART goals, about the purpose, about baby steps? Who has questions? Who has questions? If you don't have questions, I'm just going to move forward. Just going to move forward. Okay, let's go. Flip the page in your workbook, please. Time to move on. Planning your whole year. This is it, guys. This is what I love. Planning the whole year. I need some water. I'm just so excited. I'm getting parched. Okay, planning the whole year. I'm going to do this a little bit differently than maybe some people do, but I promise you that it works. Promise, promise, promise. There's 3 ways to start planning your year. You put yourself first, then you put in the non-negotiables, and then you add the fun. Put yourself first, put in the non-negotiables, and then add fun. So what do I say when I mean put yourself first? Put yourself first means write down any of the vacations that you plan on going on. You go to the beach every summer, write that in your calendar today. Write it in pencil if you have to, but write it down. What about any major appointments? Write down those major appointments that you need to go to. Write them down now. If you need to set a reminder, schedule my dentist appointment in August. You need to write that down in June. Write it down, or it's not going to happen. What about family visiting? Do your in-laws come every Christmas? Every Christmas? Write it down. Write it down. And then add in the recovery time. You know when you go on vacation and you don't get back till Sunday night at like 10:30 and then you have to go to work on Monday and you're like, I don't have any clean work pants. Maybe you need a day to recover. You need to add in your recovery time. Add in the day in after vacation. Add in your jet lag. Add a day off after your in-laws leave. Add all of that into your calendar now so that you're not surprised later on. If you go to the beach every summer and you get back at 10:30 on Sunday night, take the Monday off. Don't wear dirty work pants. Just take the Monday off. It's very simple. Very simple. Add in other days off. If you know that you want to take an extra day around Thanksgiving, or you really care about Easter, or whatever, add in those days off that you're going to want. Add those in now. Look at your calendar now and see when the 3-day weekends are and add in those extra days off so that you're maximizing all of that. Add it in now. Then I want to talk about self-care. And I think when I made this workbook, I did. I put in self-care here at the bottom in the fun. I want to move that. I want to move that up here to take care of yourself. Because I think that if you don't add in your self-care in the beginning, then it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. If you need a massage once a month, or you need to go to the chiropractor, or the dentist, or whatever you need to do to take care of yourself, add it now. Even if it's just a little reminder. That's it. Don't forget about scheduling an appointment with the chiropractor. Don't forget that you have that gift certificate to a massage. Don't forget that you have a girls' weekend coming up in 2 months. Write all of that in now because you have to take care of yourself absolutely first. Absolutely first. The last thing in this first section is to add in your focus for the year. So we created our word for the year. Again, my word for the year is growth. So I need to add in how I'm going to actually grow to actually achieve my goals. I have to add that in now. For example, one of my personal goals is to accumulate 10 passport stamps. 10. I want to go to 10 new countries in 2016. That's a lot. That's a lot of travel. I'm never going to be able to hit that goal if I don't plan for it right now. I need to think about what my whole year is going to look like so that I can add in all of that travel now. If you need to do that, add it in first. Add it in first. So that's the first part, putting yourself first. The second part is your non-negotiables. These are things that you can't get out of. You can't. Work trips, school projects, family stuff, kids' soccer games, annual festival in your town, whatever it is. Those are the non-negotiables. You need to be at all of these events. You need to do this. You need to participate. You need to be a good citizen. That's great. Put them in your calendar now. Put them in your calendar now. The last thing to schedule out your calendar is to add in the fun. Put in your favorite yoga class. Put in date night. Do you do something with your family once a year that you absolutely love? Like going to see the Christmas lights or cutting down a Christmas tree. Sorry, the holidays are in my mind, January. Maybe you go out for Mother's Day. Maybe you go see your grandmother 6 hours away on Mother's Day. Whatever it is, write all of that down now. These are your priorities. These are the things that you really want to do. This is how you want to spend your time. So put it in your calendar today. Put it in your calendar today. Now, I know what you're thinking. What if I don't have a calendar? What if I can't? You can't write it down now. Hello? I made you a calendar. I made you 4 calendars. 4 calendars. The first 4 months of the year, you can plan right from this workbook. Yep. 4 calendars. I am giving you the opportunity to set yourself up for success right now. You can go to Target and buy a planner. You can use the one on your phone. Or you could use this. I gave you a calendar. You have no excuse. No excuse not to plan. None. You have no excuse not to get everything that you want out of 2016. No excuse. You just have to make it a priority. You have to add it in. You have to. Okay. So we did our focus. We created our SMART goals. We created purpose behind them. We made baby steps, and then we put it all in our calendar. What else is there? What else is there is what you do on a daily basis. Daily basis. What are you doing every day to make all of this happen? Because it's really great to write it all down. It's really great to make that sentence. It's really great to put purpose behind it. But what are you doing on a daily basis to make it all happen? This is what I want to call time blocking. Now, I'm going to show you my calendar. Don't get overwhelmed, but I'm going to show you what my ideal week looks like so that I can be really productive, get everything that I want done, and then I'm going to show you a realistic week. So let me show you. This is a literal screenshot of my calendar. Okay. Can you see? Can I see? Okay. This is a calendar. This is what I want every week to look like for me. I get up, I shower, I eat breakfast, I do the crossword, I go to work. And then I check my email and I play on Facebook. Because let's be honest, that's what really happens. Then I have this whole space that I can add in different things of how my week is going. I want to be very flexible in my week, so I put intentionally some space. I intentionally put space in an ideal week. And then I eat lunch, and then I'm going to get back on Facebook. Because when in doubt, play on Facebook. And then I have some things that I want to do each week, but I also have a lot of space to move things around. If something comes up on Monday and I don't have time to write and work on my content, I can move that and do something else on Monday. I have room for flexibility, but I also have an idea of what I want things to look like. This is an ideal week for me. Ideal week. This is literally a screenshot of my calendar. I printed this out yesterday. Yeah, look. Before. That's today. That's today for you. This is what I want my week to look like. What do you guys think? Is this crazy? Is this productive? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Tell me what you think. Now, I want to show you what it really looks like for me. What it really looks like for me to be super productive, but also get a lot done. So this is this week. This is this week. Here we are. This is this week. So I spent New Year's, Christmas and New Year's, on a little mini vacation for myself. So I went back to work yesterday. So this is really what I did yesterday. I slept in, I had lunch, and then I got to work. This was Sunday. Monday. This is what Monday looked like for me. As you can see, I did not get up at 8 o'clock in the morning. No, I slept in. So I moved my calendar, to be honest with myself. I moved my calendar to be realistic of what I actually did. And then I moved things around of how I actually spent the day. This is real life. This is today. We're right here. We're up here. I'm in Thailand right now, so it's 8:52 a.m. for me on Tuesday. So this is where I am right now. And then this is what the rest of my day looks like. Right here. I have lunch plans today with my friend, and then this is what I'm doing the rest of the day. Notice that I do have in there that I'm getting on social media. I do have in there, right here, let me see. I want to read blogs. It's really an important part in my world, that I need to be updated on what other people are doing. Other people in my industry, people who follow me, people that I follow. I want to read their blogs. I want to know what's happening in their life. So I write it down. That's what I'm doing. And then, you can't see later, but this little blue part right here, see right here? I'm going to trivia tonight at a bar. I love trivia. I love the crossword. I love trivia. I'm going to put it in my calendar. I'm going to add in the fun. I have lunch plans. I added in the trivia. This is a real honest depiction of what this week actually looks like. This day, I'm not working. I'm going to go play tourist in Thailand. I'm in Thailand. I need to go see things and be a tourist. I'm taking this day off. I'm taking this day off to go be a tourist. This is an actual depiction of what my week looks like. I have a podcast interview here. I'm checking in with my accountability partner. I write it all down. Write it all down. This is called time blocking. Block out every hour of your day so that you can actually be productive. Actually be productive. Does that make sense? You can be so productive if you're willing to be specific and go into your calendar and be realistic of what you want. Absolutely. For example, Thursday, I have big dreams. Big dreams of getting up at 8 a.m. That might not happen, friend. The day before, I'm spending all day on a tour, playing tourist. Am I really going to get up at 8 a.m.? Yeah, I'm going to set my alarm. But if I don't, I'm going to move things. It's my calendar. This is my life. It's my day. And I need to make all of this happen. So if I need to move things, if I need to stay late in the office, I'm going to do it. Ms. Walton's like, no, she knows me better than that. I don't know. Part of me wonders, like, why do I do this? Why do I say I'm getting up this early? But I do have big dreams. And I really do try. I set my alarm every day. If you can time block and you can make, one day you will get up early, maybe. You know, this is exactly how she and I met. I put on Twitter, like, I wish someone would call me every morning and wake me up. And she was like, I'll call you in the morning. And she did. And I never got up. And I was like, don't call me anymore. Let's just text. And then we email. Now we talk all the time. But this is my ideal week. This is what I want every week to look like. This is reality. Things change. Priorities change. Things are different. Things are different. If Mark Zuckerberg called me tomorrow and was like, Amber, I'd love to be on your podcast. You think I'm going to go on a tour and be a tourist? No. I'm going to change my calendar. I'm going to be realistic of what I want and what I need, and I'm going to make it happen. It's my life. It's my calendar. These are my priorities. Same for you. If you put it on your calendar, if you make it happen, it will happen. It will happen. It will happen. Okay, we're almost out of time. Now I want to show you a couple of things that I do to help me plan. My planner. Look at my cute sticker. This is where I am right now. And then Fiverr came to visit and I stole a sticker from him. This is my planner. This is what my week looks like. This is my daily to-do list of all the things that I'm going to do. Here we are right here. First Mondays. These are all the other things I'm going to do today. I'm leaving Thailand this week. So I wrote a little note to myself. And then things move. Look at this. What does this say? Like schedule Wednesday's post or something on social media. And then move it to next week. So I did. Things happen. Things change. Have a little sticky note. Can you read this? Is this backwards? Anyways, this is what I use on a daily basis. This is my planner. And then I'm going to Hong Kong. And then here's another week. Hello, Cambodia. I'm going to Cambodia next. And then I write out everything that I need to do all week. And then I make notes for myself. This is just a very basic moleskin planner. Nothing fancy. It's probably cost $20 or something. Got it at Barnes & Noble. Obviously, before I left, there's no Barnes & Noble in Thailand. I just carry this around. It's flexible. It's very thin. I carry it around. The second thing that I use, it's called Epic Blog. I love this. Epic Blog has blank calendar pages in it. And I use this as my editorial calendar. You could use this as a daily planner. You could use this for your blog, for your website, for clients, anything. It's just a blank pages. There are a couple of extra things in here to keep track of statistics. I honestly don't. Here's some note-taking pages. Honestly, I only use this. This is it. It's obviously not filled out right now. That's okay. I use Epic Blog. I use my moleskin. And I use iCal. And that's it. That's all I use. Keeps me organized. iCal syncs to my phone and to my iPad, which is great. My planner is lightweight enough and flexible enough so that I can move it. And then I just keep the Epic Blog planner in my bag. So that's it. That's exactly how I stay organized, how I get everything done that I wanted to, everything. Who has questions? Who has questions about anything? Anything we talked about. Your focus, SMART goals, creating purpose behind your goals. Baby steps. Anything like that. Who has questions? Questions? Anybody? Oh, one other thing. I hurt my hand earlier. That's really bad. Another thing that's been, hopefully, will be really helpful is in my mastermind group, I just hooked up with a girl who's going to be my accountability partner. And she and I are going to meet on Saturday for our first official meeting and figure out when we're going to meet after that. But I highly recommend finding an accountability partner, just someone to check in with. these webinars, first Mondays, are going to be really helpful, but if you want more than that, I highly recommend finding an accountability partner. If you need help with this, email me, amber@climboutofthecubicle.com. Send me an email. If you need help finding an accountability partner, send me an email at amber@climboutofthecubicle.com. Send me an email and I'll help you. I promise. Absolutely help you. Okay, what else? What questions do you have? Questions. No? Going once, going twice? Okay. If you think of a question later, shoot me an email, amber@climboutofthecubicle.com, or find me on Twitter. Twitter is my favorite place to hang out on social media. My handle is theambermonaco.com. Theambermonaco. No, that's a lie. Theambermonaco.com. My handle is just theambermonaco. Theambermonaco. And next month, we have another webinar. Next month. So, same time, same place, next first Monday, which is February 1st. February 1st. First day of the week. First Monday. Same time, same place. If you have questions, let me know. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm glad that you liked the PDF. If you have any questions, seriously email me. Seriously, let me know what you need. I'm always here. I read every email. I do not outsource my email. If you need anything, let me know. Thank you, Ms. Walton. Okay, I'm going to sign off because it's been an hour, and in America, it's getting late. So if you have questions, shoot me an email and let me know. Okay, bye, everyone.